Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Freedom, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about how I managed to get 1,000,000 views with only 6,000 subscribers, because that was a question that was asked to me the other day, and I thought, why not make a video about it? Why not try and piece it out for people so that they can go ahead and try to get 1,000,000 views, as hard as it is, because there's a lot of competition on YouTube with a lot of people wanting to do a lot of the same thing. So there's a lot of people that want to be gamers, there's a lot of people that want to be musicians, there's a lot of people that want to be vloggers, and it's becoming a big thing. It's becoming a real big thing, and YouTube has given everybody a platform on which they can do this, which I'm really grateful for. So thank you YouTube straight away, and thank you Google for creating YouTube, because without that I won't be where I am today. So thank you, and thank you all so much for subscribing if you are a subscriber, and if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any content. And how did I get 1,000,000 views? Well, good title, good thumbnail, good tags, and just good traffic, you know. And this is all what plays from you. This is all what comes from your Google traffic. You'll get traffic from other websites, and if people are sharing your content, which a lot of people have shared my content, so the shares as well, just from people saying, hey, watch this video or whatever, or sharing it on their Facebook, sharing it on their Instagram, sharing it on Twitter, sharing it wherever and wherever. So that's how I managed to do it. There's no real tricks involved, there's no real foolery involved or anything. It's just it did well, and it went viral on YouTube. It did, it's done remarkably well for someone that's got less than 10,000 subscribers to already have 1,000,000 views. Just tells you, that right there just tells you how promising this channel is, how good this channel is going to get, because I've already had 1,000,000 views, and I'm not even anywhere near any people that are getting millions of views. Like, one of my friends came to me the other day and says, Dom, you've got 1,000,000 views on a video. And I was like, yeah. They were like, not even many channels out there that have got over 100,000 subscribers can get 1,000,000 views on their videos. And I was saying that's because they're not me, and they're not doing the things the way that I'm doing them, and that's what makes me different from other people, and that's what sets me aside. And because I set myself aside, and because I was making good quality content at a time when people wanted to see it, people were interested in my video. People still watch that video today, man. I think it's at 1,050,000 or something like that, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. This past year honestly has changed my life so much, from where I came from to where I am. It's just one 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 crazy like I don't really know how to put it into words, but it's a crazy journey of emotions, if you like, because I came from a really depressive background, a really down background, and I tried as good as I could to make it into something positive, and you guys and this has given me the freedom to do so. And obviously freedom, where that comes from. It comes from my name being Dom, and me setting myself free through the art of gaming. Through gaming I was able to bring myself away from things that were going on in my real life, so that I was able to sort of set that aside and be like, alright, well, I'm going to concentrate on this no matter what's going on there. And I think that's what really changed everything for me. And I'm going to talk to you guys now about how I feel there's a few ways that maybe some of you could improve your channels a little bit just by doing these few things. And it should help you out a lot. It helped me out a lot. But I had to figure all this out myself. When I started 10 months ago, there was no one pointing me in directions and saying, Dom, you need to do this better, you need to be doing this better. No one was giving me that constructive feedback. And I still don't really get constructive feedback. If anything, I get either love or hate in the comments. I either get people for and standing with me, or I get people against me. So, I don't really know what to say about it. It's kind of one of those, like, I love the people that love the content, and the people that hate on it, I'd like them to be a bit more constructive in their feedback, because I'd like to know what would make it better for them personally. And if I can find out what does make people, what people do enjoy watching and things like that, I can tailor it more to them so that they're enjoying the content just as much as everybody else is enjoying the content. Obviously, a lot of people were saying things to do with the music sucks, the music ruined it, and things like that. But there's God knows how many Watch Dogs 2 videos that I've got out there that are way better than that one that's got 1,000,000 hits. So how that got 1,000,000 hits, I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? I just know that it was down to tags, thumbnail, title, and just good traffic all around, like from Google, from people sharing, and that's how I did it. That is literally how I got 1,000,000 views. I wasn't special or anything. I just went viral. I just trended or something like that. And that's kind of how it went down, guys. I can't really tell you anything more to do with how I got a million views than that. The only other few things that I can tell you guys is that I'd say you've got to be passionate about how you come across YouTube, how you do your YouTube. You can't just start a YouTube if you're not passionate, because what I think that does is it says I'm passionate for a minute and then I'm not. Do you know what I mean? And I'm only doing this because I've seen a lot of other people do it and I want to try and do it myself because I see how well they're doing. You're coming into it for the wrong reasons. Do you know what I mean? You need to want to do it. You can't just want to do it because other people are doing it. You personally need to want to do it, and be very passionate about it. Don't give up on it. Don't say like, oh, I'm only getting 10 views on this video, so I'm quitting YouTube. That's not how you get to where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? You can't be a quitter. Never quit. Never give up. There's never a day that goes by where I think I'm going to quit today. I just don't have that thought ever. Do you know what I mean? What I think is, what can I release next? What can I do that sets me aside from other people? That's where the parkour runs came in, and people, that really did a lot for me. Having 10 years of parkour background will have obviously helped that, because before I started doing this, I was into parkour and music and free running. So to be able to release parkour and free running in a game for me was fundamentally something that was absolutely fantastic and amazing at the time. And that's why you see a lot of backflips in the beginning videos. That's why you see a lot of that stuff, because to me at that time, like, gainers were really, really cool. Do you know what I mean? And to be able to do a gainer like in real life, which is the forward momentum backflip, so to be able to do something like that in parkour, in free running, is absolutely amazing, especially if you can get like a 360 spin in there at the same time. People love gainer fulls, is what we call them, gainer fulls. It's the gainer 360. So obviously for me it was more when I was releasing that content back then, it was more for me personally than it was for other people. So I did those videos how I felt I wanted them to look, rather than how people thought or assumed or presumed that they might have looked. And maybe that's why I got a lot of negative feedback. But I'd say being passionate is one of the key things that you need to be. The second key thing is competition. You've got to be ahead of the competition. What do I mean by that? Can I elaborate on it more? Of course I can. So what I mean by being ahead of your competition is, if you want to be releasing gameplay from a certain game that you're watching coming out, say there's a game coming out, I don't know, let's say Red Dead Redemption 2, just as an example. We know that that's coming out in spring 2018, so around March. So when we get the release date, say the release date's the 31st of March for whatever reason, you want to be in that shop like on the 31st. As soon as it releases, you want to get that game. You want to head back to your house, yeah? As soon as that shop opens, be there, be in, get that game. Get back to your house. Put it in your console, get it going. And release gameplay. But don't release gameplay that everybody expects to see, because there's already a bunch of YouTubers that are way above your subscriber level that are going to take all those views from you straight away. So you need to do something different in that game. So I don't know what we can do different in bloody Red Dead Redemption 2. It's going to be a country and western game. Maybe we could do some parkour in there. Do you know what I mean? And that's something I'd look for, because that's a direction that my channel's kind of going, or has gone, and that's into the parkour side of gaming, which is absolutely incredible for me to be able to do that, because for 10 years of my life I've done parkour, so to carry it on is absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I know that people are loving the mixture of gameplay that I do. People really do say to me, wow, you've got a nice selection of gameplay videos. So like, that's something I'd always say as well, is do a mixture. Don't just stick to one game, because sticking to one game, you only give yourself one market. If you do a mixture of games, you give yourself a mixture of a market, and so that means that you can branch out further, and you can do more things, and you can do better things. You don't necessarily, like, you don't see none of these top gamers. Well, I don't say top gamers like they're actually professionals at gaming. I say top gamers as in like YouTube sense. So these people that have got more subscribers than you, what are they doing? Are they just releasing one gameplay video? You know what I mean? Are they just releasing gameplay from one game, or are they doing a mixture of games? And I think that by doing a mixture of gaming myself, I feel like other YouTubers might see that and they're thinking, well, now we've got to do a mixture of gameplays. And that's where it's going. It's going from people just being concentrated on one game into a mixture of gameplay. And the reason why it goes into a mixture of gameplay, and the reason why you do a mixture of gameplay, is because if you do only one game, you only have one market. And having one market for any game is not good. because you play more than one game, or you want to play more than one game. And if you do a one game market, you're only going to ever be able to play that one game, which is kind of what started happening to me in the beginning with Watch Dogs 2. But then I quickly changed it up, and I was like, I can't have this on my channel. I can't be one of those channels that's the same as every other channel where they only release gameplay for one game, because like I wanted to be playing other games. I wanted to be releasing other gameplay. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that I'd really say you've got to be passionate about. You've really got to just stick at it and just keep going and be ahead of the competition. That's what I say, man. Do you know what I mean? You've just got to be those two things right there. The third key thing I'd say is personality. You've got to have a good personality. If you don't have a good personality, people are not going to relate to you. People are not going to come back, and people are not going to want to watch your content. So you have to be very, very, you don't have to be anything. You just have to have a good personality. You just have to be honest with your people. Yeah, be honest with your viewers. Be honest with your fans, whatever you want to call them. I call mine viewers, because they view my content. I don't call them fans, regardless of how they follow me in life. I call them more like, you're more like my family, man. You know, you guys have helped me through. You don't even realize what you've done. Do you know what I mean? Just by watching my content, just by clicking like, and just by hitting the subscribe button and notifications and all that. Like, you guys don't realize how much you've changed a life. Like, damn, if I'd have not done anything with this, God knows where I'd have ended up, man. Things were just looking bad for me, man. So thank you all so much, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. So having a good personality is something that is definitely a key thing. And I think that the fourth key thing is determination. Yeah, you've got to be determined, because I see a lot of people, like a lot of my brother actually did it, and a few other people do it. And my brother saw that I had this YouTube channel that was doing really well, and he was like, I want to be that. Do you know what I mean? My brother's always looked up to me and stuff, and he was like, I want to do YouTube like my brother. I want to do YouTube like Dom, you know. And he started a YouTube channel, and he started doing similar videos to what I was doing, and he wasn't getting anywhere, and he was wondering like why. And I said to him, because you're not passionate enough about it, you know. You've got to stick at it, and you've got to be doing it almost every day of your life. You've got to be that passionate about it. And I think he was doing it more for the fact that he saw me doing well, and he thought that he could achieve the same by doing what I was doing, which didn't work out for him, unfortunately. And I think he kind of just gave up on the whole thing because he just wasn't as passionate about it. And so that's why I'm saying you've got to be very passionate. You've got to be very determined to do well. You've got to be determined. I'd say you've got to be motivated as well. I think motivation is another key one. And the reason why I say motivation is because if you're not motivated to do well, how can you do well? If you're not motivated enough to release a gameplay video, you're not going to release a gameplay video. You have to have that motivation. And for me at first, it was, I had that motivation, I had that drive, I had that passion, I had that personality, I had that zest about it all. And because of that, that's why I've done so well. And that's all you've got to do, guys, legitimately, is just have good tags, have good titles, have good thumbnails, have a good personality, be ahead of your competition, be determined, and be passionate. And I'm sure that you'll succeed. I am sure that you'll succeed. I tell you why I know that you'll succeed, yeah, because I did it. And I'm just a nobody. Like, I was literally a nobody that nobody really cared about or anything. So I changed that all around through doing this and being passionate about wanting to do it. Do you know what I mean? And just constantly never giving up, constantly being determined. That is the way that you'll be successful on YouTube. That is the way that you'll get 1 million views on YouTube, and that is the way that more and more people will relate to you and find you interesting. That is how you will, honestly, that is how you will succeed, man. And I can't be more honest with you guys. I can't tell you anything else, because apart from what I've mentioned, I don't know how I got 1 million views. I don't. And I just want to thank every single person that watched the video. I want to thank all 1 million people. And the way that I feel that I'm going to be able to do that is in 2018 we are starting vlogs, and I want to try and get out to gaming events such as Insomnia and things like that, and I want you guys to come along for meet and greets, and I want to meet you guys and talk to you guys personally, and take pictures and do all that good stuff. So I think 2018 is going to be a real game changer for my channel. I think it's going to be a really interesting year, because my God, what a year 2017 has been, and you guys changed my life so much. And I'm just really thankful for that. Honestly, I am really thankful. A kid that had nothing and came from nowhere to now have this, and it's just absolutely insane to have this, and I'm just so thankful for it. And this is where I'm going to end the video, guys, because I don't really have anything else to talk about. So I hope that you all found this useful in some way. If you did find it useful in some way, please be sure to hit the like button to show me that you appreciated it. Subscribe if you're new, because if you're not already subscribed to the biggest growing brotherhood, not just on YouTube, but in the whole damn universe, are you good, bro? Nah, subscribe for me, because I release good content, honestly. Just check any of my streams out, check any of my gameplay videos out, and I'm sure that you'll find something you'll enjoy. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a good night, a good day wherever you are in the world. Remember to smile more, be different, and stay positive. Be you, be passionate, be ahead of the competition, be determined, and you'll do well, trust me. And with all that being said, guys, have a good one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.